Good afternoon, everyone. So, to begin with, let us have first our opening prayer. Okay, thank you, Miss Ledesma, for leading us the opening prayer. So, class monitor, please send me the attendance for today's class. Okay, before we proceed to a new lesson, let us first recall what transpired last meeting. Okay, anyone from the class to share? Okay, right. You've learned about Bloom's taxonomy by right. Benjamin Bloom witnessed it has first. Remember. Next is understand, apply, and also analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So it is very important that we would know on how to what? How to use the Bloom's taxonomy's way of assessing the learning competencies. Okay, but before we proceed to our new topic, what's inside the box? So if someone would give you this box with a label grade 7 English lesson and they would say, use this to teach a class. Can you do that? No, right? So what would you do? You must open it first. And if they would say, you can't open it yet, can you plan the lesson plan just by looking at this label? No, right? Now, if you open the box, you would see here lesson objectives to understand nouns and pronouns, worksheet and subject verb agreement, and last, the lion and the mouse. What was the problem at the start? What have you observed? Right, so the first box with the label grade 7 English lesson, the box was too general or it is hard to teach and it wasn't clear. So, so how did that change as we opened the box? Right, from the general topic, we are able to simplify it as we open the box because grade 7 English lesson is too broad. And by that objectives, we're able to identify and we could teach it to the class more, more what? No, mas makasabot ang students. So, to by our activity, what did you learn from it? So, may I have, okay, let us use the picker to identify who will answer the question. Okay, let's identify Mr. Jason. Mhm. Thank you. Right. So it is important for us to, what do you think is the connection between this activity and our topic for today? Okay. Can anyone share from the class? Okay. Let's use again the picker. Mm-hmm. Hazel. So Miss Hazel. Thank you so much. So your idea, we will learn how to simplify the competencies. So let's check if what is our topic. Okay, let's okay. Now read unpacking learning competencies. But before we delve into the topic, here our learning competencies. First, we must identify the meaning and process of unpacking learning competencies. Second, apply the 5 Ps and ABCD model in writing specific, measurable learning objectives. Appreciate the importance of writing objectives that align with instruction, assessment, and real life application. So, before delving into each topic, first let us the word unpacking. So, what is unpacking? It is the process of breaking down learning competencies into smaller, clearer, and more specific parts. So unpacking just like unpacking a box, right? We need to classify kung unsay naa dito into clear and more specific parts. How about the second word, the competency? What is competency? It refers to the knowledge, understanding, skills, and attitudes that students need to demonstrate in every lesson or learning activity. So, if we combine both a definition, we would come to this idea. So, it means the breaking down of knowledge and understanding for every lesson into smaller, teachable, and observable parts. Okay, it's very understandable, right? So, to further understand the topic, so example, so the learner demonstrates understanding of subject verb agreement. So we are all English majors, and do you know that subject verb agreement is so broad, right? So is that attainable? Is that a good competency? Now try to first identify singular and plural objects. Second, use correct verbs with singular subjects. Use correct verbs with plural subject. And last, apply subject verb agreement with a paragraph. So if you compare both, you could see that this is more specific, this is more attainable than the first one. So now if we already know how to unpack each competencies, we must also be guided on how to teach them into the class. So unpacking competencies using 5 Ps. So what are the 5 Ps? Okay. Okay. So first, every lesson must have a clear reason. Okay, the questions to ask, what are you teaching or why are you teaching it? How does it fit into the curriculum? Or how will it benefit the pupils? So, if I would give you, so every lesson now must have a clear reason. So, what do you think is the first P? Okay, can you guess it? So, it is right, the purpose. So, your lesson must have a purpose. For example, okay, next, ensuring the needed materials, environment, and arrangements are set. So, the questions to ask, do you have the right resources? Books, visual aids, ICT tools, or is the classroom ready for any special needs or adjustments? So, can you guess the second P? Based on the context clues here, are set. No, the needed materials are set. So, if your answer is preparation, then you are correct. So, examples are printing story copies, arranging group seats, or preparing a projector. So you must prepare it ahead of time before your class starts. Next would be next is adjusting the lesson so all students can engage and learn. Okay, the questions to ask, how can I differentiate task for fast or slow learners? What does the level of difficulty look? And how can I add extra challenges if needed? Okay, what would you guess? No? So you adjust the lesson to students so that they could engage and learn. Na-apply for fast or slow learners because we have that in class, di ba? Students have different capacities in terms of learning. So if your answer is pitch, then you are correct. So pitch is we adjust the lesson so all students can learn from, di ba na may mga complex na terms, we might find easy and understandable terms para mas makasabot o mas ma-relate sa ilaha. So for example, as what I have said earlier, it's giving simpler comprehension questions to struggling readers and higher order questions to advanced learners because sabot naman sila. So, we must adjust na lang depende sa learners' capacity. So, fourth one is making sure the lesson is neither too slow or nor too fast. The questions to ask: what activities will I use? How often will I change activities? Or how will the students know the time for each task? Okay, so ang ganiha is you adjust no sa mga learners from learners nga fast or slow learners. Now is you adjust ang unsa magi-adjust ang lesson if you are too slow or too fast ra ba. So what do we call that? P. Four letters. The answer is pace, right? So pace, mo the word itself, kung iyang kapaspasunod ka, hinayod sa atong lesson. So for you to understand it more, we have an example. Example would be 5 minutes for brainstorming, 10 minutes group work, and 5 minutes sharing. So you have a time frame for each of the lesson, for each of the task, para mas maati nato ang competency, para mas we are more time bounded. Kay we don't just give task and walay time because it could cost time na dili nato ma-achieve ang atong learning objectives. Okay, we must know our pace. And last but not the least, okay, this is a very important part where we check if students are learning and improving. So I know you have an idea. Check whether they are learning and improving. So questions to ask: how do I know progress is made? When will students reflect on objectives? Or what evidence shows learning took place? So the answer is already shown in the screen. So the answer is the last P is progress. So we would assess if the students na ba sila na-learn or wala silang learn. Sige maka-discuss. So it's not good, right? So okay, as what we all know, to assess one's kanang learning through quizzes, student reflections, group outs, or teachers' observation. So the 5 Ps, why we're talking about that. So we already know about how to unpack each competency. So we must also be equipped and how to teach that into the classroom using 5Ps. So again, what are the 5Ps? Okay, in simple terms, first we have here purpose. Why am I teaching this? So it's very important that we know that our lesson must have a clear purpose. Second is preparation. We must be prepared ahead of time for everything that we need, right? And third is pitch. So can all my students follow? No. Again, pitch is when we adjust our lessons to different types of learners, like fast and slow learners. And fourth is pace. Of am I moving at the right speed? Am I too fast? Am I too slow? No. We need to know our pace while we are teaching. And fifth is progress. We need to assess our student if they are really learning through quizzes, student reflections, group sharing. So those are the 5 Ps. So if you have learned a lot on how to unpack learning competencies and 5 Ps, so it is easy for us to make our learning competencies more attainable and more specific so that we could achieve it in the class using 5 Ps. Please be guided.